Bitcoin has a date of $35,000 or lower at the hands of fresh global macro turmoil, Arthur Hayes says in his latest blog post, Yellen or Talking. On January 24th, the former CEO of crypto exchange BitMEX writes a grim short-term BTC price forecast. Bitcoin may still be 75% up versus a year ago, but faces a perfect storm of downside volatility. Catalyst this quarter. For Hayes, these come in several guises. The Red Sea conflict between the United States and the Houthis, with its impact on global shipping, the U.S. presidential election race, and Federal Reserve policy. The first of these has clear implications for inflation. Risk assets, including crypto, are looking for a pivot by the Fed as soon as March, lowering interest rates and attracting liquidity back to the market. Higher shipping costs, however, could mean a spike in prices later in the year, something the Fed and Chair Jerome Powell will be keen to mitigate, Hayes explains. Due to weather and geopolitics, higher shipping costs could cause a surge in inflation in the third and fourth quarter of this year. As Powell is undoubtedly aware of these issues, he will do everything he can to talk a big game about rate cuts without having to actually cut them, he writes. Hayes touches on the second piece of the puzzle, the strength of the U.S. regional banking sector. As Crypto Moon reported, since the meltdown of March 2023, the U.S. government has offered support in the form of the Bank Term Funding Program, Lifeline, which is now due to expire. And Hayes thinks that this will come to pass despite the fact that banks' financial predicaments have not gone anywhere. This and other questions over liquidity, however, depend on Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's next moves. The only thing that trumps fighting inflation is a financial crisis, the blog post continues, but turning to Bitcoin, maybe the wall. Turmoil over liquidity in the BTFP combined with geopolitical risk could already mean that the 20% BTC price is dip as the tip of the iceberg. A 30% correction from the ETF approval high of $48,000 is $33,600, Hayes predicts. He adds that sub $35,000 levels now represent an opportunity to buy the dip. BTC USD hit $38,500 on Bitstamp on January 23, its lowest since the start of December, before rebounding around $1,700 higher per data from Crypto Moon Markets Pro and TradingView.